All right then, without further delay, I'd like to start by asking everyone here. At this moment, in this 1 minute, I want you to pause and close your eyes for a moment. Think about it. Really focus. Close your eyes and think. What color comes to your mind? You can write your answer in the chat room. What color did you think of? Write it down right now and let me know. Let's do a little interactive activity first, shall we? At this moment, what color do you see? All right then, tell me what you see and I'll type it up here. Whatever color you see, I'll tell you later that actually different colors have their own meanings. That's right. Each person has their own mood and emotions, right? And you also have your own energy. Have you eaten yet? Some people are really hungry while others just finished eating. It turns out the colors you see are different too. Let's take a look together. Many friends have already shared what they see. Different colors. All right then, let me explain to you. Are there any friends here who chose red? Red, Actually, wow, it means you're full of energy, right? It's very exciting, isn't it? So at this moment, your mood is also quite thrilled, which means this is another kind of emotion at this time. Anyone here who chose orange? Any friends who picked orange? Yes, there are. Right, those who picked orange, look at them, they're okay. I'm already prepared. I have an open mindset to welcome what's coming up later. I'm ready to absorb a lot of new knowledge and I'm very attentive and focused, right? So I'm open to accepting everything. I'm waiting to communicate with you, right? This is the kind of energy orange represents. So do we have anyone who picked yellow? Anyone thought about why I joined this Zoom session to watch this topic? It's because I'm curious, right? I really want to know a lot of things. For yellow, it turns out it's about wanting to explore and having a strong sense of curiosity. What about friends who picked green? Did anyone choose green? For those who did, right now my mood is very comfortable, very calm. Isn't that so? Really want to learn, right? Green represents a calm and stable emotion. And blue? Blue is different. With blue, they're thinking, they're reflecting on a lot of things from their past. They're deep in thought. Thinking about their own experiences, about things that have happened to them. They have a lot on their mind, right? Blue represents someone who is very steady, a very thoughtful mindset. Now let's look at friends who picked purple. Wow, there's so much room for imagination, right? We can think of so many different ways. So what kind of emotion should I use later to listen to this lesson? All right, what about friends who picked white? Okay, I'm already staying neutral. I'm very clear about what I want, right? It's a very clear state of mind. White represents this. Very pure, very clean. There's really nothing to blame here. Black, on the other hand, has a very restrained energy and its boundaries are also very clear and well defined. Okay, so it's either black or white, right? It's not black, then it's white, isn't it? All right, so what about gray? It represents a kind of state, doesn't it? Between black and white, it's not very clear. It's ambiguous. But at the same time, it's trying to find a way out. At this moment, people who think of gray are actually unsure about what they really want. They can't figure out what exactly they need. It's a feeling of uncertainty. Are there any friends who chose brown? As for brown, that's me this time. Yeah, because there's something. I want to know more about what exactly is going on with the iBommie. Why? Because I have this kind of responsibility. I need to know. I have a responsibility to myself and I have a responsibility to my family, right? This is a kind of feeling that comes with brown. Has anyone thought of gold? Gold is very confident, I think. iBommie, this one. iBlooming, this platform. I know very clearly that it does something, something valuable related to future AI and artificial intelligence. This time, I came in to listen to this topic with full confidence. Are there any friends who chose silver? Any friends who chose silver? All right, I'll make sure to pay close attention to every detail that iBommie will share with you later. I'll absorb it all, right? I'll keep an objective and open mind about the silver choice. Speaking of different colors, actually, each one has its own energy. For us, it's a kind of feeling. Everyone experiences it differently. Because everyone is different, that's how this world's unique theories come about. So in this world, there's actually something called order or rules. Okay, so this order is just like the relationship between the sun and the moon, or the gravitational pull between the earth and the moon. This is actually something very scientific. We can also see that the moon causes the tides on earth to rise and fall, right? And sometimes during what we call the full moon each month, when the 15th day comes and the moon is perfectly round, our mood feels quite different, doesn't it? Why is it like this? It turns out that over 60 to 70% of the human body is made up of water. And this water content is also influenced by, well, it's connected to a certain frequency, the energies that exist in the universe, which are closely related to us. So what about us humans? Besides water, our bodies are also made up of different types of DNA. And do you know that DNA has a certain twist or direction? It turns out that most of them are right-handed, meaning they twist in a clockwise direction, and it's the same here. The growth of many organisms also twists to the right, meaning that when you look at them from above, they grow in a right-handed spiral. What does this represent? We can't see it, but it's a kind of energy and frequency that exists in the world. This frequency is what we're talking about, all of it. The planets, like the 9 major planets, when they orbit the sun, they each have their own trajectory and direction of rotation. This trajectory, that's what we call a law or a pattern. Through this law and through the refraction between the sun and the earth, something very subtle is produced, something that only we humans can see or that other animals see differently. But for humans, it creates this colorful and beautiful world that we see. There are different colors, and it turns out they also represent different wavelengths. These color wavelengths each have their own unique, what we call hertz, and certain frequencies. These colors also affect the way we humans interact with them, the relationship we have with these colors. They influence your mood. For example, during the day, when you see the sunlight at sunrise, doesn't it feel especially full of hope, right? And at night, when it gets dark, we feel like, oh, it's time to rest. A lot of things are coming to an end. So, at the same time, this color, or rather this wavelength, also affects our human health. It can even affect your happiness, your interpersonal relationships, and your personality. It can even have a big impact on your future wealth. So, let's explore this together. And nowadays, we're living in an era of AI and artificial intelligence. Doesn't the iBommie do this for us? It has created something truly unique in the world, combining the wisdom and science of both the East and the West. And also, we have big data. We've created a one-of-a-kind personal energy companion, the iBommie. So, let's take a look at the iBommie together. All right, so for iBommie, we have the birth of our AI artificial intelligence platform, and we've also created a unique system called iMatrix. Inside, we're talking about these personal energy companions. Everyone has their own unique personal energy companions that belongs to them. So, tell me, have you actually had a chance to try out our new profiling system yet? Have you managed to fully complete the entire test? Which specific one is it? Remember that iBommie is yours. So let's all get together right now in our chat room and talk about it together. Go ahead and type out your very own iBommie right now. Are there any friends out there watching who happen to go by the names of Yaya, Wawa, Fifi, Mumu, Bubu, Yeah, or even Momo? If that is you, let's all get together and type out your own unique iBommie right here, okay? It will be a lot of fun to see what everyone comes up with. So we know that in this world, every single person has their own unique personality traits. And as for iBommie, it also represents different personalities, as well as the energy and colors that come from them. These energies are derived from their own unique qualities. Each person can express themselves through these. How can each iBommie personal energy companion precisely channel its positive energy, its frequency, and bring it out? In this way, we also learn how to make use of the iBommie and some of its guidance, so that in our future days, we can accurately, through learning, bring out the positive energy in each of us. This allows us in life, whether it's communication between people, within the family, with our children, or even in our careers, in the workplace, or in communicating with clients, to fully utilize this positive energy. Communication with your superiors and subordinates will also become more ideal. And iBommie will also tell you about the unique characteristics of your personality. Everyone is different and each person has their own fundamental traits. Now, I will go through them one by one with everyone. First up is Yaya. Are there any friends here who are Yaya? Let us know in the chat who among you belongs to Yaya. Wow, there are a lot of friends who are Yaya. Is that right? So, Yaya is really special. She's a confident leader, isn't she? So, what color does she represent? It's yellow. We call it morning yellow, right? Wow, she's full of confidence, full of energy. She's creative, innovative, and has lots of ideas. Can you see that in her image? So Yaya, besides being seen by many as a leader, is also very good at looking after others. She's full of spirit and vitality, and she's also always assumed by others that she's an extremely independent person. Is she the epitome of a leader? Yaya never procrastinates when she works. Whatever comes up, she handles it right away. If she sees a problem, she solves it immediately. So, Yaya is someone that many people trust and rely on, a leader worth depending on. Do we have any friends like Yaya or Yaya around us? Do we have any Yaya among us? If you have a Yaya-type friend around you, then congratulations. You can consult them about many problems or ask if they have any new ideas. They will definitely have lots of suggestions for you. Now, let's take a look at the next one. Here comes the second type, the Wawa. Do you have any friends who are Wawa?